Hello, today you are being forced to learn about the political parties that formed during this time period.
The parties originated because of disagreements over Hamilton's National Bank during George Washington's presidency. Those who were in favor of the National Bank and removing the national debt were the Federalists, and those who did not like these policies, Hamilton said, were the Democratic Republicans. Along with this, the disagreement over who should be in power between the central government and the states split the parties up even more.
Here are some important themes you need to know.
The Federalists had its strongest support among those who favored Hamilton's policies, people like merchants, creditors, and urban artisans who built the growing commercial economy.
Those in favor of the Democratic-Republican Party favored Jefferson's policies. People who favored Jefferson were farmers and foreigners.
The Federalists had an emphasis on manufacturing, especially favored by the urban Northeast.
The Democratic Republicans had an emphasis on agriculture and were favored by the people towards the south of the United States.
The Federalists were solid supporters of the federal administration. They wanted a loose interpretation of the Constitution and trusted educated elites.
The Democratic Republicans believed that the people should be in charge, and they wanted a strict interpretation of the Constitution.
The Federalists wanted alliances with the British, and they favored neutrality in wars. The Federalist Party wanted elites who had education to be in power, but they were unable to connect to farmers in the South.
The Democratic Republicans wanted a government that was responsive to the people and wanted to introduce a system of true republicanism into the United States.
In this time period was the Marshall Court, which was the Supreme Court when John Marshall was in charge, and overall it helped establish the Supreme Court's role in government. The three main important cases that you need to know are Marbury versus Madison, which established judicial review, McCulloch versus Maryland, which ended up keeping the national bank, and then Cohens versus Virginia, which decided that the Supreme Court could review matters of state.
Fill this Venn diagram out with similarities and differences between the two political parties.
Take a minute and look over these absolutely correct answers.
Hola amigos and welcome to mi US History Game Show! This game show works by answering multiple choice questions.
Question number 1. Which of the following does not represent the supporters of the Democratic-Republican Party?
The correct answer is urban artisans.
Question number 2. The Federalist Party favored which type of economic policy?
The correct answer is B, manufacturing.
Question numero 3. Federalists wanted which of the following?
The correct answer is D, all of the above.
Pregunta 4. Which European country did the Democratic Republicans support?
France.
The next question is, which region of the United States did most of the Federalist supporters come from?
The answer is the Northeast.
What did the Democratic Republicans believe about the governing of the United States?
The correct answer is B, the government should be responsive to its people.
Congratulations on winning the game show. Now you can take home my homemade flan. Wink.